Before anyone was listening, there were things I never said out loud. Not because I didn't have the words, but because I didn't know where they were allowed to exist. There are truths that feel too heavy for casual conversation, too honest for small talk, too inconvenient for rooms that want things neat. This is unnamed, no name, just truth.
It's time.
We live in a world where everything is shared quickly, moments, opinions, pain. But speed doesn't equal safety. Invisibility doesn't always mean being seen. Some stories get buried, not because they're dramatic, but because they're complicated, because they don't come with villains or heroes or clear endings. A lot of people stay quiet because they learn something important the hard way. They learn that once you tell a story, it doesn't belong to you anymore. People reinterpret it, summarize it, turn it into something easy to digest. And sometimes that feels worse than staying silent. I've held things back in my own life, not out of fear, but out of self preservation. Because explaining yourself over and over can start to feel like defending your existence. I didn't want to perform my truth just to be believed. So I learned how to carry things quietly, like many of you listening. Unnamed is not about confession, it's not about shock or exposure or telling everything. It's about letting the truth breathe without being rushed toward healing, forgiveness, or closure. Some truths don't want to be fixed, they just want to be acknowledged. In this space, you'll hear stories told anonymously, stories shared carefully, stories told when someone wasn't ready to speak but was ready to be heard. Sometimes I'll be the only voice you hear. Other times, the original voice may return on their own terms. If you're listening and you've been holding something quietly, you don't need to rush. You don't owe anyone your story. But if you've been waiting for a space that won't demand more than you're ready to give, y'all, this is it. You don't need a name here. You don't need a timeline. You don't need permission. This space already exists for you. This is unnamed.
Sometimes, the quietest places are where the real monsters hide.